Welcome to
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing?
talk about so many different things
How you
related to
been?
life and living.
What's going
Sometimes
on?
doing the unneeded
What's good?
detours and stories are over.
Are you
Please
getting it
subscribe
in?
and check me out.
Somebody
There's an
getting it for
open
you?
review and review, so welcome
What's
to
going
where all talk
on,
about.
people?
Follow me on Instagram so you know
Subscribe to my
everything.
channel.
What's going on, people? It is a day of another day that we call Easter. Anyway, being said, what's going on, people? Hopefully everybody's doing everything as far as being safe in this world we're living in and knocking down doors and making your dreams come true and practicing ignore. Have you been kind of day that you just overthink and stuff and you like really think too much that you leave the water running? I was frying some chicken, which I know I shouldn't be, and I cut the chicken off, and then I left it in the pot after I cut the, in other words, the grease just absorbed inside the chicken, which means that I had to take it in. What I did was I turned it back on so the chicken continued to cook, and then I threw it inside the thing with the thing, in the Pyrex with the paper, so the paper can absorb, the grease can come out. I'm making some chicken and rice. It is what it is. Listen, I'm supposed to watch my weight, but obviously I'm not watching it. And I'm trying to watch out for my health as far as the pressure pills, the Cineprol and stuff. And by me being a high risk stroke risk person, had a slight stroke before. Let's put that out there. And I'm trying not to make it come back again. So I'm trying to follow the medicine as far as the doctor told me. When I went to the doctor, so they told me they wasn't going to let me out the room. They made me stay in there because they wanted to make sure I wasn't going to die. It's not funny. It is what it is. I know many of y'all can't wait till I die, but it is what it is. But sorry, I'm still going to be around for a little bit longer. This is the thing. Someone asked me, they was like, Raven, why don't you date trans men? Because another girl is dating trans men. And the weird thing about that, this is a trans woman, she was saying she's dating a trans man, but she identifies the trans man as a woman. And she said, the trans woman said that she's not bisexual. Now I'm thinking to myself, if you look at him as a man and you are a woman, then why would you look at him as bisexual? Because you said you're a woman, so it means you're a woman. And she's a man, well, he's a man, oh Lord, forgive me. He's a man. Why can't you just be a straight couple? But it is what it is. I get it. Y'all wasn't born that way. I get it. Whatever. I'm not going down that slippery slope. But this is my thing. I've talked about dating, I never talked about dating trans men. I never say never, but I haven't. I look at a few and stuff. A lot of them very gorgeous, nice looking and stuff. But I think a lot of times when it comes to people, my personal opinion, not known, set in stone, there are men. And to me, I have no problem respecting you as a man that you is. So if you say you're a trans man, you're a trans man. If you say I'm a man, you're a man. I don't preferably like the word trans because I feel as though it's a negative reaction for other people's views to put you down. Once y'all finally catch on to that part, we can move forward and be two spirits or whatever, male or female, the case may be. If you ain't pulling out your pants, it ain't none of their daggone business. But anyway, I talked to a few. I don't really talk to that many trans men though. I got a few on my page, but I never really talk. I never had to oh yeah, I got one. But the one I do know personally, I knew him before his transition, and this is the thing. He transitioned, but they think like men. Newsflash: if a person is transitioning to become a man, then maybe they think like men. Now, I don't know. I haven't been with a trans man. I don't know the whole scenario. Everything is not one box. So whether their sexual preference, whatever the case may be, everybody needs to be spoken to on an individual basis. But when you're dealing with a trans man, in other words, y'all know what that means. He was born female, but now he transitioned to be a man. Okay. So now some of y'all don't get it. Y'all be like, ain't you a trans man? Y'all so confused. So I just broke it down that part. So I think a lot of people, not everybody, but y'all get that part confused. If he's transitioned to become a man, then maybe he thinks like a man. And listen, I go by example. So if he thinks like a man, he may be the kind of man that dog you, cheat on you, treat you like shit, beat you to fuck up. I'm just saying, he gotta be. Cheat on you, everything. You have to weigh him out as far as being a man. I understand you say, well, he may treat me better because of the way he can. That's because he was born in the biological body of a female. He identifies as a male. That part y'all keep missing. If he thinks like a man, he moves like a man, he got a beard like a man, his voice is like a man, he's doing everything like a man, then maybe it's a man. Some of y'all feel as though, not all, that he's going to treat you better because he was once like you. You know, you kind of justify that, well, he was once a certain way and he's now this way, so those same nurturing and caring structures are going to come with him. By no means I'm saying it can't, because that would be a box. But a lot of times I notice when they come as men, they brag about how they dog women, how to get the pussy, how to get this, how to get. They think like men. Once upon a time, it was a trans woman dating a trans man. They got drunk, got fucked up together, and the trans woman stuck a dick inside the trans man cootie cat. I'm going to say allegedly, but I know more, but I'm going to say allegedly. The trans man, they had sex. I guess the trans man was into it, due to the fact that they both was drinking and getting fucked up. And the trans man opened the legs up as the trans woman was banging him. And as they woke up the next day, the trans man told the trans woman, "You raped me." The trans man felt as though even if he opened his legs up and was enjoying it, it was rape because you knew that's not what he wanted. Now remind you, they both was drinking and getting high. But the trans man felt violated because he felt as though it was nasty. This is the reason why I say a lot of times before y'all have sex, y'all need to be much more prepared when you doing these acts and stuff, because a lot of things happen when you're medicated under alcohol, liquor, courage, and all this other stuff. A lot of shit happens. The unsafe sex happens. Diseases of travel, accidents, everything happens when you're not mentally there as far as being intoxicated or on drugs. Sometimes men have sex and take the condom off and go back inside a person. No, they took it off, but they so fucked up they don't even give a fuck. They're like, fuck it, I'm just going to pull it off and go inside. They're not thinking, they already know. And this is the thing, that's just a really thin line. I don't know if it got really big, but it got a little big, but it didn't get that big. So the trans man hollered rape, and the trans woman said she apologized. But her whole thing was, we both was high, you're crying rape, and you was right there. So this is the thing, that word rape. Rape to me is different because I know what it's like to be jumped on as far as being, I haven't been raped, God thank God, but I know what it's like to be beat on. I know what it's like couldn't walk for 3 days. I know what it's like to have that word being really active. And it's not a word to be taken lightly. It is a very serious word, because rape means they got to beat you the fuck up, and the purpose of it is they want you to fight back. They want you to fight back so you get the blood running down your face, you get the bruises in your face, you get the scratch marks. That's rape. Not saying you can't get raped as far as making you a drug and stuff like that. I'm not saying this as far as that case, because like I said before, the truth lies with those two people, not within me. I'm only sharing what I heard, but it is a thin line. I'm gonna let that go right there. And I don't know. I have trust issues with women as well. Like I said before, I have trust issues, period. But I have trust issues with women as well because the two women I love the most have betrayed me. So I don't see women the same way. That's just me. I'm not saying all women are like that, but at the end of the day, those two stopped me from dealing with women altogether. I probably would have been back with another woman if it wasn't for those two. But it is what it is. The moral of the story is trans men is men. So y'all better stop y'all way of thinking that maybe he may act a certain way as far as nurturing, as far as that girl part. And by no means I'm saying that it's structured the whole way. In order to be a trans man, you can't date a trans woman or be with a woman or be with a man. I'm not saying that. But that's something I think y'all really need to think about me dating a trans man, that he is a man. Because he wouldn't be doing less stuff to his body if he didn't feel like he was one. He's trying to make his outside match his inside. You know, respect him. Now, I can always respect my brother. I call my little brothers. I can respect them. I have no problem with that. Listen, whatever you, if you like it, I love it. I don't really care what you're going to do. At the end of the day, I'm trying to figure my life out. But it's just an amazing thing when someone asks me why I need a trans man since I love men so much. And since I said I would be with a man if a man had a cootie cat. So I was like, okay, you calling me on that, but not saying he's less of a man, but I prefer I prefer the kind with the not saying I want to disrespect the man, but I like what I like. I like even though a man got pissy balls and probably shitty underwear is still a man. I understand you say, well, he can shit in his pants. No, it's quite alright, sweetie. I don't want nobody shitting on nothing. At the end of the day, I got enough of my situation to be concentrated on another gender. Anyway, like I said before, subscribe to my channel. Love you. Feedback of this. Comment below, share my videos, accept this Instagram. Love you, and thank you for watching. Kiss the read.
Alright now, come on baby, let's go on Instagram. Woo! Like I said before, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so this way you'll know when the next video will be uploaded. How do you feel about this? A lot of times people feel as though if they blessed with a trans man, that they're gonna live their victory because of how they've been unsuccessfully treated by genetic men. Are you the kind of person that feel like you could find another gender? My thing is this: love is love. It doesn't matter what gender you find it in, as long as you can find love. That's what's most important. At the end of the day, none of these materialistical things, all these clothes or fashion, you're not taking it with you. But the one thing you can take with you is say, I found somebody that loved them and they love me. Subscribe to my channel. Love you. Love you.